Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kerry Arth, and this is a video where we will buy Watch Dogs 2 live. No, we're not going to buy Watch Dogs 2, and it's not live, it's pre-recorded, so everything I just said was a lie. This is a video about the, frankly, now infuriating trend of offering 8 million editions of different games. And Watch Dogs 2 is not the only game that is doing this. It is not the only game that has released with like 6 fucking editions to pick from. No. However, it is currently the most relevant, with it coming out in a couple of days, and well, nearly a couple of days, and it just seems a particularly egregious example of this trend. I mean, I hate to go all old man Kirionian, but I remember in the old days when you bought a game, you bought the game or the collector's edition of the game. That's it. You had the choice. You could have either. I mean, I've got a couple of collector's editions here. I've got Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning. I believe that was a collector's edition. And I've got Dawn of War 2 Retribution Collector's Edition as well. Those are the 2 examples that I'm pulling on right now, because those are the 2 that are being used as stands for my monitors. But even the Dawn of War 2 Retribution Collector's Edition, it was pretty fucking simple. It was the game, it was like some artwork and shit, and a fancy box, and that's all it was. Now that age of simplicity, where you could either buy the game by itself or just with like there's one other version with some extra shit in it, that is now gone. That is vanished. That has disappeared. That is not a factor. That is not a thing. It doesn't even exist anymore. Now we get all this shit. And I'm using Watch Dogs 2 as an example, as I say, because it's, excuse me, relevant right now, and because it's a particularly bad example of all this stuff. It's a particularly egregious example of multi-edition syndrome. So, for Watch Dogs 2, our example game, we have Standard Edition, where you pre-order now and get the extra mission, Zodiac Killer, and if you complete the mission, you get an exclusive urban prison outfit, which appears to just be like an orange tracksuit, okay? And that's it. That's all you get. You get the game, you get the extra mission. That's your lot. Then, that's $39.99. Then you have the Deluxe Edition, which is also $39.99, and it includes the same mission, and you get a digital deluxe pack with 2 personalisation packs, with outfits for Marcus and skins for his car, drone, and weapon. Alright, I don't understand why you wouldn't buy the deluxe pack, or deluxe edition, if you it's the same price as the standard. They cost the same. They're both 40 quid. Why would you not buy the deluxe edition? So you've got 2 versions of the game there. One of which is standard, which sounds boring, and one of which is deluxe, which sounds exciting because it's deluxe and it's not normal. It's not it's not normal. It's not standard. Why would you buy the standard version, especially since the deluxe edition is the same price? Oh, well, this could be why. Look at that, sold out. These are, maybe it would appear, in limited numbers. Bit dodgy, bit shitty. Then we go on to Gold Edition. Oh, what do you get for Gold Edition? For the oh my god, so this costs half as much again, and then some, actually, because it's 65 and the others were 40. You get the game, Season Pass, and you get the Zodiac Killer mission, obviously, as it says down there. But this is worrying to me. DLCs, additional missions, and customization items. Now that implies that additional missions and DLCs are not the same thing. That implies to me that the extra mission Zodiac Killer is not classed as DLC. That is classed as something different, and DLC will be another entity entirely. So if they've got 2 different versions of content to be pushed out for this game, that sounds dodgy as fuck. It might not be the case, but they've worded it like that. DLCs? What's a DLCs? Downloadable content? That's not what DLC means, idiots. It means downloadable content. You can't have content. That doesn't work. DLC, additional missions, and customization options. That is not promising to me. That kind of suggests that we are going to be seeing some really strange distribution models for this game. I don't like the idea of that at all. But you also get the deluxe pack, so on and so forth. So with this, you're set. You've got all of the shit they're going to release in the future, and I imagine there will be a lot of it. And if you haven't bought this particular edition, you will have to pay a lot to actually get it. So, Gold Edition. That's just how things have gone now. Okay, I can't complain too much about Gold Edition because pretty much every game with Season Passes now does this kind of thing, where you have the Standard, which is just the game as it's released, and then you have the Gold, like the Spangly, the Shiny, the Glittery Edition, that also has all of the content that they're going to release in the future. It's when we get to this shit here that I just don't understand. San Francisco Edition, 80 quid. And this is what you would just call a collector's edition, normally. That's what you'd call this. It's a collector's edition. It's got the figurine, where he's holding a nondescript phone, and is that a taser or is that a gun? A possibly yellow gun. Of course, you get the game. You get the lithographies. Don't know what that means. You get the map of San Francisco, because Google Maps is not enough. And you get some San Francisco themed laptop stickers. Blah. Alright, fair enough. And you get the deluxe pack and all that shit as well. A Zodiac Killer mission, so on and so forth. So, that to me is a standard collector's edition. You get a bit of artwork, you get some stickers, you get... I mean, normally you don't... Well, sometimes you get a map, but a map of San Francisco isn't quite the same as like a map of Middle-earth, is it? You can't... I say that, you could go onto Google Maps and get a map of Middle-earth, really Google anyway. But that's just collector's edition. I'm cool with that, I'm fine with that, that's great. Not bad either. For 80 quid, a collector's edition for 80 quid, I think that's not too bad, to be honest with you. I can cope with that. Except, wait, look at this. There's also the fucking Return of DeadSec as well, which is another collector's edition, which is better than the other collector's edition, or at least it's 25 quid more. And for this, you get the same statue. You get the same lithographies, apparently. You get the same map of San Francisco, but you get some different laptop stickers, and the figure is standing in front of some edgy as fuck graffiti, and you also get a hat and a scarf. Oh, and the art book, you've got to get the art book. Now, stick the art book in the previous edition, and that would be just a standard collector's edition. But no, this is in the collector's edition. So this is the collector's edition as it used to be known, and this is the collector's edition for collectors of collector's editions. Because it's got a wall and a hat and a scarf, and it's got the art book that you didn't get for the other one. That's already confusing, okay? It's already confusing enough just between standard and deluxe edition. Because they're both seemingly the same price, but they sort of come with different things. That's confusing. Then you get to gold edition, which is the game, but all of the stuff that comes after the game as well. That's a little bit confusing, but we're used to it by now. Then you've got two separate collector's editions, which on the surface seem relatively similar, except one of them just gives you a couple of extra things. Why? Do we need both of these? Really? Could you not have just taken, I don't know, reduced that by about 15 quid and not have the San Francisco version? I mean, according to this, the cost of the statue, the fucking box, the map, the blizzards, and the fucking stickers is only 15 quid more than just buying nothing but digital. Like, you could just download that shit. Look at it, it's right there. But you can't even get it on DVD for this edition. This is all digital product. But for £15 more, you can get all of this. And yet somehow, the Return of DeadSec, which is a staggering 35 quid more, what do you get extra? A hat, a scarf, and a fucking wall. What? It's just too much. It's too much now. We've gone off the deep end. This is the thin end of the wedge. What are we going to see next? A fucking edition with a robot on it? Oh my god. Look. I realise that basically this video is just me ranting about stuff I don't like. But I don't care. I don't care. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of games that otherwise wouldn't even offend me, wouldn't even bother me, I wouldn't care, are now just coming out with God knows how many different stupid fucking editions of the game. And it's always topped with something like this. And I mean, this is just depressing by itself. Fucking sold out? Sold out? Why? What? It's a bin on wheels. It's a fucking trash can. It's a wheelie bin. That there, you push that in, and then your offcuts of raw chicken that you accidentally dropped on the floor, you put that through that hole there. That's what that is. Why is this a thing? Why is there 6 of these? Why aren't these two one product? Why aren't these two one product? Why does this one exist in the first place? Why is this not just a separate thing you could buy if you wanted to? Why not release this as its own product if you're really that keen? Instead of sticking a, like, what? Is it just like a random fucking robot? Does it appear in the game? I mean, it must do, right? It must appear in the game. It must do. You get the gold edition with this, and yeah, there you go, Wrench Jr. Jesus Christ. Look, can we all just agree? Can we? Can we please just agree? We don't need both of these. We don't need both of these. The only reason this exists is to put something out in limited numbers and try and force people to buy it. Which is dumb, because it's exactly the fucking same price as this. So that is just that's just bullshit. Why does that even exist? Merge those two. Gold Edition, it's just become a necessary evil now. All these AAA titles have just got season passes and DLC and all that stuff. Except for Titanfall 2, but the poor bastard is getting shaft because it was released at a retarded time. Gold Edition, don't like it, I can deal with it. These two, they should just be the same thing. They should be the same thing and meet in the middle on price. Make it like 90 quid or 95 quid. Don't have two fucking separate collector's edition. And this, it's just... This is the ultimate example of these fucking stupid collector's editions where they take some piece of crap and they just wrap it up in whatever the game looks like and throw it out, and then unfortunately people buy it. It's totally pointless. You could get something similar to this off Amazon and you want to spend 115 fucking quid on it, I can tell you that right now. It's too much, it's getting dumb, and it's only getting worse. And at this rate, we're going to be having fucking Assassin's Creed special editions where you get to fucking murder someone. That is the way this is going. I mean, what next? Watch Dogs 3. We'll give you a special military grade pad where you can actually hack traffic lights. Just getting over the top, and I'm sick of it. Anyway, it's not just Watch Dogs 2. It's happening all over the shop. EA are doing it, Ubisoft are doing it, Activision are doing it. They're all fucking doing it. And it's time to put the marketing group down. Just take them out back, put them down, and just start releasing games. Don't release games that are broken. Release games that work with perfectly 2 editions. I'd deal with 2 would be nice. The one that has everything and the one that's got the art book and all that shit as well. At a push, I'll settle for 3 because God knows it's all going to be full of DLC anyway. I can just about cope with the season pass edition. But 6? You've got twice the number you fucking need there. You're not the only one, Watch Dogs 2. But nonetheless, you are my scapegoat. Cut that shit out of the lot of you. Make it simple, make it easy to understand, and just make the game decent and stop faffing about with extras. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's me being grumpy for the day over with. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.